hope you're enjoying our, this is Gap at Home sessions. And we've got 2 this week. It's a very, very special week. That's why I have to tell you there are 2. This is the first one and it's called A Very Special Meal. And so you can see I'm at home, you're all at home as well, and I haven't got lots of children around me, so I've got all my animals. Now we're going to start off with a game. And I've got in front of me here, this is called Kim's Game, a tray that's full of 5 items. Let me show you them. And you see them on the tray here. There are 5 things. An ambulance. Look for Toby. The door opens. Number 1. No door that side. This door opens. A bunny rabbit. He's cute, isn't he? He's got a little bag. An apple. Nice juicy apple. That looks good. Bottle of water. We all need our bottles of water. This one needs to have its lid tightened. And a straw. A plastic straw. This one's got a unicorn on the top. I thought perhaps Hannah would like that. So there we are. 5 items on the tray. You've got to guess, remember what they all are, and after we've counted to 10, you're going to see if you can remember them. So I'm going to cover them with the cloth so that you don't see them again. And then we're going to count to 10. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, can you remember the 5 things that we've got on this tray? You shout them out, or tell your mummy or your granny or your daddy. What have we got here? What was the first one that you remember? Can you remember another one? And another. 2 more. And the last one. Well, did you get 5? Let's have a look and see if you were right. There was a bottle of water. Did you get the water? There was a straw. An apple. That ambulance with the opening door. And often the biggest thing you forget. Did you remember the rabbit? Did you get them all right? Hooray! So that's the Kim's Game, named after somebody called Kim. And you can play it at home many times you want to this week. Maybe you can do it for your mummy or granny. Just put things on a tray, cover them up, and see if she can remember or he can remember what you got on the tray without looking at them. So that's the game. And I've got someone to introduce to you today called Joey. So I now want to introduce you to my special friend for today. This is Joey, my guinea pig. He says hello. Now, Joey is really excited. You see how he's excited? He's jumping up and down. So what's the thing that's making you so excited today, Joey? Oh, he's going to have a very special meal. A very special meal at home with his mummy and daddy. He says it's going to have his very favourite food. Now, what do you think he ought to have in his special meal? What do you think are his favourite foods? Shout them out. No, I didn't hear. Shout that out again. Apples. Apples, Joey. Do you like apples? No, he doesn't like apples. What else? Bananas. Do you like bananas? No, he says he doesn't like bananas. Lettuce. Do you like lettuce, Joey? He's not too keen on lettuce either. Grapes. Grapes are nice. Do you like grapes? Oh dear, he doesn't like grapes. Oh, sausages. Do you like sausages now, Joey? Oh, my goodness me, he likes sausages. So that's lovely, isn't it? We're going to have sausages in our meal. So why are you having this special meal then, Joey? Oh, Joey says his daddy is going away. It's a bit of a sad thing. So they're having a very special meal as a bye-bye meal for daddy. And mummy's going to take some photographs so that they can remember it. A special happy time all together. Joey says, do you remember some special meals that you've had at home? Oh, yes. Birthday parties. Those are special meals, aren't they? Who's had a special birthday party? Yes, lots and lots of you. Oh, Joey's just reminded me that Christmas is another very special meal that we have. I expect you have a special meal at Christmas too at home. So special meals are a lovely time, and we're going to have a special meal today. So Jesus had a very special meal, you know, with his friends just before he had to die on the cross. And so we're going to see if we can act out that very special meal. Now, you remember last week that Michelle said that Jesus gave instructions, and he gave more instructions here. 3 things. He said to Peter and John, he said, go and find a person who's carrying some water. Follow him and go to the house, and he will show you where you can have the meal, where we can have the meal, and where you can then prepare for our meal. That's the second thing they had to do, to prepare for the meal. And the last thing they had to do was to shout, it's ready! So that's what we're going to do, okay? So you have to decide who's going to be the water carrier, and Peter and John and Jesus. And of course you'll have to double up because you won't necessarily have enough people. So first of all, it's only me here. So I'm going to be the water carrier. So the person who's the water carrier, you need to pick up a container of water or something pretending to be that. And here we go. You're going to walk, and everybody else has to follow you because you're following the person with the water. And when you get to the house where he stops, he's going to let you in and show you to the room. Then we come to number 2. The second thing Jesus told them to do was to prepare the meal. And so there you are. We need to prepare a meal too. Now, as it happens, Peter and I are going to have lunch. And so maybe you prepared your table earlier if you were listening and reading what other suggestions I said for today. Maybe your table's all prepared. Maybe it's not. Maybe you want to stop and do it now. Do you remember what the third thing was? Do you remember? Yes, it was to shout, wasn't it? It's ready! Okay, so now you're going to stop the video and eat your meal, and we'll come back again afterwards. So welcome back. I hope you had a good meal. We did. Did you, Joey? Oh, yes. He enjoyed his sausages. That was lovely. And so, Jesus had a really lovely meal with his disciples. And for this next bit, you're going to need a jug of juice and a cup and some bread. Maybe some butter or something that you want to spread on it. So who's going to be Jesus? Well, that person stands up because you're going to pour the juice into the cup. Now, I wonder if you can do that without spilling it. Very carefully. Here we go. And put it down again. Oh, did you manage that? Oh, there's a cloth nearby just in case there's a mess. That's all right then. Good. So now we've all got some juice. We can drink it. And Jesus said, this was wine that they were having, not juice. But Jesus said to them, whenever you drink the wine, remember me and how much I love you. And there was bread there too. So maybe you want to butter the bread or put some jam on it. It's not easy spreading. Have you tried spreading? And then break the bread. Jesus broke off bits of bread and gave it to everybody that was there. So can you break off bits of bread and give it to whoever's there in the room with you? When everybody's got some, you can eat it. Butter everywhere. And Jesus said, whenever you eat bread, remember me and how much I love you. And so, do you know, the disciples never ever forgot that very special meal. They remembered it. and they had happy faces. It was their last meal. Jesus said, this is going to be the last meal that I have with you. What? The last meal? Well, that made their faces turn to sad faces. Can you show me a sad face? The happy meal was just before the sad day. More of that in the next session. See you then.